It's not supposed to do that, by the way. Hello, fruity friends. No, pieces of metal should not be flying into your camera stand. The loom was by no means alive. No, this was just the beginning of the most terrible of horror stories. If you came to this video hoping for a helpful instruction on how to set up your Newcomb Weaver's Delight loom, I apologize. This is not the video. This is the story of me finally getting the loom from Grandma's house, trying to get it set up, and trying to get it to work. And you can probably imagine how that went. What I would like to do today is share a few of the resources that I found somewhat helpful on this. Wow. This isn't going well, is it? You know what's trying to fun? Filming with a really bored cat. And me not having an attention span, nor a memory. We're just gonna go ahead and read this off, okay, folks? So, this is going to be the story of how I got the loom home and tried to set it up. I struggled to find resources specific to the Newcomb Weaver's Delight. So, I'm sharing my struggles and hope that any part of the sad story will be helpful to someone else.
Somehow, it has only gotten worse.
I would like to give credit to the resources I did find: Weaver's Delight Blogspot and Daisy Hill Weaving Studio. These were the only sites I found specific to the Weaver's Delight loom, and they had great info. Also, thanks is due to Cutting the Rug Weaving Studio on YouTube. Although not featuring a Weaver's Delight loom, a lot of the info could be applied. If you're looking for something truly helpful, I suggest you go check them out. If you're looking for small pearls of wisdom mixed in with a lot of what not to do, well then you are in the right place. There'll be some glamour shots at the end of this video of what a mostly functional loom should look like. So then, over the river, through the farm fields to Grandmother's house we go. It's always fun going to Grandma's house. I found some relics of yesteryear and got to hang out in the creepy clown room before getting to work. This beautiful loom was almost ready to use again despite sitting unloved for 30 years. So naturally we had to completely disassemble it to get it down the stairs and out the door. Although it fits beautifully in the back of a pickup, I'm very disappointed I didn't get the opportunity to film a perfectly assembled loom flying down the highway, strings blowing majestically in the breeze. And while I have this thing photoshopped, let's take a moment to imagine Leonardo DiCaprio as king of the world. Mama and Papa Fruity did a great job helping to reassemble the loom in its new home, but it still wasn't quite ready to go. Weaving Loom made it home. We've got a lot of work to do. It's somewhat put together based on how it was put together at Grandma's house, which may not have been correct either. Lots of dusting to do, there's grease everywhere, and now there is going to be cat hair mixed in with this grease. So good times are sure to ensue. Just wanted to give you a look at what we've got so far. So then, on to some more fun. I was fortunate that there was minimal rust on the machine. I used a superfine steel wool to lightly knock off the rust, and then a rag to clean that up. Not sure if this is the best way to go about it, but it seemed to work. For some reason, I thought everything had to sparkle in cleanliness, but all that grease I was trying to get off is actually necessary to keep the machine moving smoothly. Granted, this grease was mixed with 50 years of dust, so maybe it was best to start fresh. And that mixture is pretty gross.
Ew.
When I accepted it was as clean as I was going to get, it was time to put the final pieces together. What I'm working on now is getting the so-called automated process set up. I need to be able to have that shuttle go back and forth. To do so, I need this vertical stick thingy attached to these worn out leather straps, to this rusty spring, to this beautiful, whatchamacallit, anchor doodad. And then we gotta do the same thing to the other side, and then maybe, just maybe, it will work. Oh, I was filming the whole time, hi. The nice thing about these being almost totally worn out is that I can kind of guess where it was once held together. So that's just what we're gonna go with and hope for the best. And to no one's surprise, it is not working. The beater bar, or at least I think that's what it's called, it seems to be working just fine, but these whatchamacallit doodad thingies on the side, they're supposed to be moving back and forth too. We all knew it couldn't have been this easy, so you know that instruction manual I may have blew up in the last video? I might need to tape that back together. I've got some more research to do. Otherwise, I could go play with the cats. One of the straps did break, so I had this great idea. I was going to put it back together using an untwisted paper clip as yarn and then some designer duct tape. I realized it would have been a really great idea to have looped the strap through the anchor first, like on the other side. So I had to take it all apart and do it again before giving the loom another try. And then it broke anyway. It was almost like someone or something was making sure I failed. I grudgingly got rid of my pretty duct tape and used some rope. Things seemed to work, so on to the next step. So, next thing I need to do is get the string properly placed back on the loom. Now, when we got it from Grandma's house, it was all ready to go, but in order to get everything out, we had to take it apart and cut off this rug that she had started. So I'm trying to figure out how all these lovely little strings were matched up and ran through the loom. Looks like my first rug is going to take me straight to Tinseltown with the Hollywood pattern. At least I think that's what we have here. I don't know. Is this what we have, Fritz? Is it? Oh gee, thank you. That's so helpful. That's so helpful. That's so very helpful, yes. Then I just need to string the loom according to the pattern. Easy peasy, right? It broke, Fritz. This is gonna end badly. How did we mess it up so badly? You know it's bad when the boss stops by to check on you. You know it's really bad when even the evil clown is surprised with how awful things are going. This little doodad is supposed to help put the string on the giant spool to start with, but I found another use to help separate the 335 strings already on the spool. I am feeling like the world's weirdest mechanic right about now. And 1 week later, we have finally untangled this mess. So, after that delightful little oopsie daisy, I now finally get to string the loom. You gonna help? We'll find out. What I I've learned so far is that if I touch one little string, 20 more will spontaneously jump up and twist themselves into a terrible little ball of doom. So I have proceeded to tape all the strings down at every point possible. Is this overkill? Yes. Do I need to do this? Yes. Halfway through stringing the loom, I realized I had been stringing it wrong. The strings were supposed to go around the bar in the back. When I had almost completely given up, I decided to go back to the drawing board one last time. Okay, that probably was a bit of overkill. All I had to do is restring the last section. And voila! It works. Easy peasy. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. An actual working loom. Please allow Fritz to give you the official tour. If you recall from the beginning, I did promise glamour shots. And by glamour shots, I mean going to the mall in the 1980s or 90s glamour shots. Enjoy. I think that's enough chaos for one video. Okay, bye.